Welcome. Welcome to another edition of the Teddy Mac Show. Whoa. Enough of that. All right, I thought I'd try something new today. I think we should go along and do some TikTok videos together. Now, I don't usually do TikTok like that. I'm not really, be honest with you. The only reason why I've got back into social media like this is to do these videos. But usually I don't really be into this social crap like this because people are just whacked out right now, and I'm not with half of this crap that's going on right now anyway. So you know, but let's get into this TikTok. I was looking at some TikToks. I said, you know what? It might be a good thing to just go ahead and just run a few TikToks together and see what these people talking about. We stop it along the way and add some commentary, but let's see what these people are talking about. I watched a few of these before I got started, and some people are talking like they got some sense and some not. Now, I might skip a couple here and there. I'll be honest with you. I don't really blend well with the LGBT stuff too much. That's a little too much for me. So when I see like the weirdo stuff on that level going on, I kind of pass that up. So just letting y'all know. And if anybody butthurt about me calling homosexuals and stuff weirdos, they are weirdos. It's nothing normal or sane about one man getting behind another man and treating him like a woman. That's disgusting. But anyway, let's get on to this video. Let's see what we got going on this TikTok. Because I see some decent stuff. Let's check it out.
I see all you motherfuckers got the same talking point yet again. Talk about saying we take the money, it's gonna cause inflation because that's what caused inflation. You can't make inflation off money that was already spent, bitch. You can't make money. It was already fucking gone. Now, if the money didn't, so what you saying? Carmen and them just make the inflation go up?
This is why I say that most black people shouldn't vote until they take a class. And I specifically speak on black people because, I guess that's what I am seen to be identified as people looking from the outside in, but I don't throw myself up with no labels and all this other stuff. If you ask me, I'm an American. All this other stuff dividing me, separating me from my homeland and my home country, which is this country right here. I'm an American. Y'all could be African Americans. And most of y'all claim African American and never even been to Africa before. Don't know nobody in Africa. Ain't never seen nobody at your family reunion from Africa, but y'all African Americans. Anyway, listen to this brother here. He's dropping some good stuff. He's telling the real truth. You can't get inflation off of money that's already been allocated and spent. He took back. That was how money that he got back that was fraudulently spent and disbursed to a fraudulent cause that Americans did not even want to even have take part any part in. So kudos to the Trump administration for getting our goddamn money back.
Are you admitting that Carmen and them just make the inflation go up? Because other than that, what the fuck is you saying? The money was already gone. They got it back. It was already fucking spent. You mean to tell me? I hear all you stupid ass Democrats keep saying the same shit. You mean to tell me
Democrats are stupid?
Immigrants
You're right.
45 to 6 or 7 grand a week and $9,000 in food stamps a month versus us getting a one-time $5,000 for the money we put in. We the only ones putting in the motherfucker.
Bro, what you got to understand is that the average black person is brainwashed. They don't understand politics. They are grossly misinformed and underinformed, and they don't do any type of independent research for anything. For anything. They just jump on what's popular. If Nancy Pelosi get on TV and put on a nice dress, if Jasmine Crockett get on TV or one of these other goofies get on TV and dress all nice and tell them something and put some tone behind it, they believe every damn thing. They don't do no research. Only thing they go on the internet for is to go fact check you on some foolishness. But they don't want nothing to change because as long as the handouts keep coming, that's why they love the Democrat Party.
Fucker. Please stop that dumbass shit.
Stop it. All right, next.
So we're still mad about the grocery prices that didn't come down, even though Trump has only been in office for a couple weeks. And now we're
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for somebody having some damn sense to know the man ain't been in there long enough for the ink to dry on nothing. But y'all are demanding all these. Y'all weren't demanding nothing when Trump, when Biden and Kamala was in office, blowing the goddamn government up, letting all these people come in here and steal your tax dollars and putting them in your neighborhood and have them eating your damn lunch. But now all of a sudden you got smoke for Trump and he trying to fix it. Yeah, right. I get it.
mad that Elon Musk has access to the treasury payments. But what I want to know is, why aren't we mad about the fact that we've been auto paying anybody that asks for money, even if it's a terrorist group?
Exactly.
You guys are constantly saying that we're the uneducated side, but why aren't you guys questioning the fact
Democrats are funding terrorists. Terrorists. Without money, but ain't nobody got no smoke for that.
that the highest ranking treasury official would rather resign than agree to an audit? We're so uneducated, but why aren't you guys putting two and two together about why they want to sue for Elon having access to the treasury payments while his team, Doge, is exposing all the bullshit that our money is being spent on? You guys are still pushing grocery prices in our face, but why aren't you guys upset over the $4 million that we spend yearly to prove whether duck quacks echo or not? Or why aren't you guys upset over the fact that we spend $5 million a year on sandwiches?
How ridiculous is that? You're spending all this money to find out if a duck quack echoes. Wrap your mind around that. And you're going to go after Trump and go after Elon Musk and everybody who's trying to expose this stuff and get them to stop spending our money on this foolishness so you got more money to put back in your pockets. This man taking tax off of overtime, tax off of tips. Well, look, I was a bartender at Amway Arena in Orlando, Florida for like 5 years when I lived there. And I survived off of tips for a long time. I make like $200, $300, $400, $500 in tips a night, especially if it was a nice game going. When they had the series with the Orlando Magic, and man, I was killing them. We had concerts, Taylor Swift and all these different people coming through concerts. I was killing them. Bartenders made good money. And just imagine all that money, and I got to pay no taxes on it. No taxes. Your overtime. Remember when your overtime put you in another tax bracket? And you was basically working just to pay taxes, because once you reach a certain point, now you're in a higher tax bracket and taking more taxes from you. So the 20 hours you just work overtime really only going to pay you 6 or 7 because the government then taxed you and took 13 hours from your ass. These people still don't get what's going on, man. Preach.
Sandwich standards. I live in New York. Do you really think that I want my money
Kinda
going
pretty
towards a
too.
fucking pigeon sculpture while they're shitting on everything? And that's not even scratching the surface
Could be
of
a
where
filter.
money is
Y'all
going.
wear a lot
Apparently,
of
there's
filters on y'all
1,200 of
face.
these type of programs. You mean to tell me that our government has been spending money on things that have long expired? One example being from 1998, and you guys are not mad about that? You guys are still bitching about grocery prices, and you're bitching about the fact that Elon Musk is about to stop our money from being spent on bullshit programs that we can now argue is money laundering.
Exactly.
You guys can bitch that I'm spreading conspiracy all you want to, but there's no fucking way that I'm going to be okay with the fact that there's a cloud watching program that my money goes towards.
Yeah, can you imagine that? A program they paying millions of dollars for somebody to watch a damn cloud in the sky. Just watch it. Just watch a cloud in the sky and you get millions of dollars. Imagine the foolishness that these people are spending our damn hard-earned money on, and half of you people can't even pay your mortgage each month. Half of people rob Peter to pay Paul. And you got these out-of-touch, bonehead goofies that's writing blank checks and funding terrorist organizations. They're giving money to Hamas. They're giving money to all these different people who are of terrorist organizations that are dropping bombs on people, killing people, attacking people, and we paying for that shit? Oh, no. Done with that. Next, please.
I don't understand why the Democrats can't see why they have fallen. I was someone who hated Trump out of pure ignorance because I knew nothing about politics. I never paid
Most people hate Trump out of ignorance. Most people do. Most people that approach you with that Trump hating type stuff, and when I try to talk to them about something intelligent or try to ask them specifics as to what's going on, where is he racist, this and that, they can't answer enough. They don't have no intelligent response to nothing that they talking about. Nothing. It's a bunch of this. A bunch of what their mama said. A bunch of what their grandma said. A bunch of mama, grandma. Look, let me tell you something, dude. You cannot vote the same way your mama vote. You cannot vote the same way your grandma vote because women vote for a totally different set of things. Women vote for welfare benefits, handout, and entitlement programs. They do not vote for anything else. As men, we want to get out and build something. We want to make something. We want to pass on something. Women don't want to do that. Women wait for you to finish line after you finish working. Women don't vote for nothing to build nothing. They vote for handouts. So for you to sit there and say you're going to vote because your mama said this and that, first thing you need to do is take it with a grain of salt and look at it like, hey, wait, it came from your mom. It came from your grandma. Somebody who has no vested interest in trying to build nothing. All they want to do is just sit up and just collect and just take. That's what women do. That's their nature. Take. They take. They don't build. God didn't design them to build. They designed us to build. So next time you think about voting, vote for your interest. Hell with her interest, because her interest ain't gonna build nothing.
Attention to this shit. I didn't care because the way I've always felt was my vote never fucking mattered. And if it hasn't proven to be true up until this moment, that's pretty accurate if you ask me, because none of these people are representing us the way that they're supposed to. However, the Democrats, literally, all they did was talk trash about Trump. That was part of the reason why I didn't like him, was because all I heard were negative things. And when you don't do your own research and you hear the majority of the people say negative things, and you start to go, okay, this must be bad. When you start to do your research, you start to realize that these people are fucking dumb. I'm so sorry, but you are. And another reason why I didn't like him was because I felt like he didn't talk like a politician. I didn't think it was appropriate for him to go and talk the shit that he talks, until I realized that that's exactly how you guys need to be talked to. That's the only thing that seems to register in your brain. And the thing that people don't understand with the Democrats is they are very big on handing out money, but they like to mask it as a social program. Like they really want to help the people, and everyone just wants to put their foot on your neck. They don't explain to you how much it costs to give you these services and how it's going to affect you in the long run. They don't talk about the raise of taxes, and they know that it takes a couple years for that to start to increase. So by the time that you notice, they can blame it on someone else, because now the presidency, whoever their administration one, is no longer in the office, and they can blame the next person, or they can blame the previous person, because you don't really quite understand how this works, and they count on that. You want to talk about loving the uneducated? That's the Democrats, to be quite honest. They sit here and they complain and they talk shit. He has concepts of a plan. Well, that's better than no plan at all. Because if you don't know what a concept of a plan is, it's various ideas that you could possibly have to implement, but you don't really know which one's going to work until you're in there and figure it out. So if you want me to decorate your home, I can come up with a bunch of concepts of plans, but I'm not going to really know which one's going to work until I'm in your house and I see what you got going on and what your budget is. So that is essentially a concept of a plan that ends up becoming a plan. You guys don't have.
Exactly. This woman right here, she is well on her way. She talks very intelligent. This woman is on her way to being a productive citizen. She's already a productive citizen. This woman is getting the proper and right information to be able to make intelligent decisions. She ain't saying anything about race, color, or whether you like your genitalia or not, or whether you think you somebody else, or you think you're a cat, a dog, a ferret, or whatever. She's sticking straight to the facts. She's sticking straight to what matters. You know, I don't get it, man. I think and all the black people that's in politics right now, just get out. Just get out. Jasmine Crockett, just get out. Go home. You're an embarrassment, Shawty. You're an embarrassment. Every black politician, I don't see one black politician in office right now that I'm proud of. All of them are fuck ups.
Have that. All you guys have is relying on the fact that people hate him so much that you can just sit here and deflect. So again, that's like me asking you to decorate my house, and instead of you giving me any type of plan, you just want to sit there and point out how ugly someone else's house is and how you don't plan to do it that way. Like it wouldn't be that way, but you're not going to tell me how it will be.
That's
You guys
exactly how
don't seem to
Democrats
understand
do.
how hard you have failed the people. It is ridiculous. It is like we're starting to realize, like, okay, you know what, as much as I really want to have all these like nice things, I would love to have, well, I don't really want the whole universal healthcare. I'd like affordable healthcare, but you start to realize, oh, okay, it's not just completely black and white like that. It's not just give me money because you have it and you can do it. When you start to realize all the economics that go into running a fucking country, that are past just a simple, just give us money for healthcare. And you start to realize, well, we're spending money here, we're spending money there. We need money for this. We need money for this. We need this infrastructure. We have all these things we're far behind on. How are we going to fund them and fund this? Nobody can seem to answer that fucking question. But you want to keep literally trying to convince me that I should be okay with you just spending my tax dollars like it's nobody's business.
Exactly. And they can do that and get away with that because they know that most people don't understand what's going on. They just go in there and get pumped up and their feelings all involved and they think one thing and they just keep voting these Democrats and they just keep lying to them and lying to them. And every year, I'm like, what I understand is, how is it that the Democrats keep making the same promises and saying the same crap over and over again for decades, and niggas keep voting for them and getting nothing out of it every year, and they got more excuses than the next politician coming in office as to why the last one didn't do what he was supposed to do. It's a psychological illness. I think that the black people, I think the most black people, I think we need to get a psychological evaluation going through the whole black community. Especially start in the hood. Start in the hood, because that's where it is the worst. Start in the hood. Start where the ghetto is. Start with these Section 8 single breeders making all these children and keep repeating the same cycle over and over again. Grandma had a bunch of bastard children on welfare. Mama had a bunch of bastard children on welfare. Then the daughter got bastard children on welfare. They come the granddaughter with bastard children on welfare. It's a sickness. Something going on. Because y'all chose the government to be your baby daddy over your actual baby daddy. And then you chose the government to punish your child's father because you didn't know how to keep your legs closed. Look, what they got? 15, 16 different forms of birth control for women, and men got one, a rub. And y'all won't use nothing. You won't take the shot, you won't take the pill, you won't use the sponge, you won't use the IUD, you won't tell a dude to put a condom on or nothing. I mean, y'all just get nutted indiscriminately and just expect somebody else to come in and take care of it. And I'm glad people waking up and we getting this government in order, because y'all need to either stop having kids by yourself that you can't afford, get a husband to have a traditional family and the husband to take care of the kids and the family, or you need to just step out altogether, because I'm tired of it. I can't stand welfare chicks, and I can't stand hood stuff. I can't stand all this daggone welfare that y'all, because you're making us look bad. But you all could spend $500 on a pair of Jordans, though. Y'all can go out and spend $1,500 on an iPhone, but you can't buy your own food. You can't pay your own rent. I'm sick of that shit.
Like, you guys are like the biggest fucking tricks at this point. You guys have been pimping the American people for fucking decades. And we have finally woken up. Some of us haven't. Some of us still want to hold on to the dream that the Democrats want to protect us, that they're protecting us from the evil Nazis. Like, you guys have literally called 50% of the country Nazis, and you sit here and go, why don't they want to team up with us? You're talking to the American people. You think you're attacking him, but when we all sit there and we say, well, we want someone like that in office, you're attacking us, and you don't seem to understand that. I don't understand why anyone would sit here and talk any type of thing about Trump being inappropriate when I haven't even seen anybody on the Democratic Party act appropriate. They only stand for a percentage of the country. And if you do not align with their views, they will not represent you at all. They will see you as an enemy and they would want to take you out. That's the reality of it. Republicans will look at you and call you stupid, and that's about it. Republicans, to me, I look at it, are like, they're that hard parent that you don't really understand why they're so fucking hard on you, and you get really annoyed because you feel like you know better until you grow up and you realize, oh my God, now I realize why they were so hard on me. The Democrats are the best friend parent that let you literally ruin your life because it was your choice. Because at least it was your choice. They allowed you to freely express yourself straight into the grave. I don't know why anybody likes that, why you guys would still be a part of that.
That's a great analogy right there. And you know what? I kind of thought about that too some time ago. The Democrats are just terrible. I mean, once I stepped away from the Democrat Party and kind of looked back and saw how they operate, I said, man, I can't believe I was a Democrat. The hate, the gaslighting, the dysfunction, the family separation. They're talking about family separation, but the family court is the first one to step in and destroy your goddamn family. You can't go in there and say, look, we just need some time apart for a minute to get things together. We still want to try to save our family. No, they pushing harder than you are, or harder than the woman is to break your family up. They're the first ones to try to create a catalyst between you and your child to turn your child against you. So, as far as I'm concerned, Democrats ain't nothing but the devil, man.
You don't even have to be a Republican. Just you need a shift. The Democrat needs to become something else. It can't just be free, willy-nilly, giving money away, and just sitting there talking shit and putting fear into everyone, thinking that the Nazis are coming for you. Like that right there, the fact that people have tried.
Because that's all they got. They don't have anything meaningful. Be honest with yourself. If you're a Democrat, be honest with yourself. Sit back for a second and just think about it for a second. Just take yourself out of the situation and just look at it from the outside in and tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. If you don't see nothing, then you deserve to be a Democrat. And there's no hope for you. And adios.
Tried to kill your colleagues because of those types of comments, who are now going to be rotting in fucking jail because of the shit that you keep implementing in their head. The unaliving thoughts they want to have on themselves because of the shit you keep telling them. You guys should be held accountable for that, because I'm pretty sure if I bullied the shit out of someone online and something happened, I'd be held accountable for that. But you guys can sit here and talk any type of shit, fuck with people's mental health, and it's completely fine. Okay.
Exactly. And she's right. Let's move to the next one.
I told y'all once before, and I'm going to say it again. Donald Trump is a master negotiator. I know y'all hate Trump so much that y'all don't want to believe that he can really negotiate these deals like he said. Y'all was so mad, oh, Trump is about to ruin the economy. Why is he putting these tariffs on our allies? Then the premier of Ontario, Doug Ford, gets on the news with his chest all puffed out. Canadians aren't backing down. If Trump wants to double the tariff, we'll turn the electricity off on the United States. That's what y'all thought was going to happen. Y'all really thought that Canada had the testicular fortitude to shut the electricity off of the United States. Is that what y'all thought? Is that what y'all
Yeah,
thought?
they
While
thought
Donald
that.
J.
Yeah, they
Trump
thought that.
is the 47th
Weak
president of the United
and
States,
scared.
that Canada was going to turn our electricity off? Stop the nonsense. That's why Doug Ford, he reversed his 25% surcharge on electricity. He's backing down. Why is he backing down? Because Trump is a master negotiator. Trump ain't the one.
And not just that. Let me just throw something in there as to why these countries are bluffing and why people need to just shut the hell up and let the president run the country, because you don't know what's going on. You don't understand tariffs. You listening to what the news say. The news, the Democrat news has an agenda to turn you against Trump and turn you against this administration. You need to do your homework and your research. Now, let me tell you this. We are the superpower. We are the biggest economy on the planet, okay? We spend more money internally in this country and externally outside this country with imports and exports, okay? Now, here's what Donald Trump's problem was. Okay, now let's just say that, let me put you in it. You. Let's say you, myself, and two other people. We all represent something. We all represent a country. You're a country, I'm a country, and two other people are a country, right? You got coffee beans and cotton that you're trying to sell. And you selling a lot of your country, but you can make a whole lot more if you sold to my country, that person country, and that person country, right? So you say, okay, well, you can sell to us, but your admission to being able to sell in our country is 10%. Is 10%. And you say, okay, I pay a 10% tariff to come into your country and do business. And it's okay. Well, you know what? We have steel, copper, and plutonium. Okay. We'll let you get the plutonium, but we're going to charge you a 30% tariff fee. 30% tariff. Why am I paying a 30% tariff to bring stuff into your country when I accepted a 5% tariff from you for you to come in here and sell stuff in my country? Why is that? So basically what Trump's saying is that, for example, what country was that? I think it was Canada, where they had a tariff on us of like 200% for a certain product, right? We paying a 200% tariff on a product to send to Canada, but Canada sending their stuff here for like 10%, 20% tariffs. See how that don't make no sense? So here's why I say it won't hurt us as much as it'll hurt them, because the money that they was getting from us was keeping their economy afloat. The money that we was getting from them, that wasn't keeping our economy afloat. We don't really, for real, we could just do business elsewhere. Okay? Let's just say instead of importing chips from China, let's say we say, hell with China, we're not paying no 70, we're not paying no 100% tax or tariff on no chips from Canada, I mean from China. Shit, we got to come in here that can make the chips in America for nothing. That's why a lot of these countries have switched over and start opening up manufacturing plants in America to duck that tariff. Honda already opened up a plant right now. They're making the Honda Civic in America now because they don't want to pay that tariff from making it in China and exporting it here. You get it? So that's basically what it is. He like this. If you charge a 25% tariff, I'm going to charge a 25% tariff. If you charge 100% tariff, I'm going to charge 100% tariff. But that's not going to work for them, because if we match their tariffs, it'll destroy their economy. Because they can't afford to pay that type of tariff to us. We can afford to pay the tariff to them. It will be a headache to do it. It will be uncomfortable to do it. But we could do it a whole lot longer than them because we're a stronger base. So that's why these people are backing down, because they see the long-term implications of their actions, that if that dude would have turned electricity off in America, oh, he'd have been screwed. Trump, let me tell you something. A lot of y'all sleep on Trump. A lot of y'all people think Trump's some type of soft sucker or something. Trump ain't no softy. Trump is, for real, Trump ain't that dude to be fucked with, to be honest with you. Because notice, he don't hold himself out to be no tough guy. He talk a lot of shit, but he don't hold himself out to be like a tough guy like all these other people do. But I'm gonna tell you something, you push that man, he gonna show you what's real. And he been doing it for the longest. Everybody who's came up against him that started bullshit with him, look at where they are now. And the ones he ain't got to yet, oh, give him time. He still got 3 hours. He still got 3 years and 10 months to get at him. And trust me, he's gonna get at him. And I can't wait. I got a list in myself in my head. I'm waiting for him to get him.
Backing down. They did all that huffing and puffing just to get on live TV and say, you know what? We was just bluffing. Trump has called our bluff. Canada cannot survive without the United States. Like I said, Trump has something called a reciprocal tariff. If your tariff doubles, ours is going to double. If you want the price to drop y'all price and we'll drop it too. I'm just saying, y'all got to give Trump his credit. I know y'all hate it.
It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. It's a great thing for our country. Any people who can't wrap their head around this, they need to get your head checked out, Slim. Something wrong with you. Next.
I just want to say,
I don't do that
what's
LG shit
here with these Democrats, the leftists, the Uniparty, and all those who have a vested interest to keep you poor and stupid. They want you to be poor. You have to be poor. You have to be dependent upon them. Remember, these are individuals who want big government. Big government is how Joe Biden and Kamala Harris bloated the inflation rate over the last 4 years. Inflation is a tax. You might hear from these idiots that tariffs are a tax. No, inflation is a tax. The more money that these morons borrowed from the Federal Reserve in the last 4 years, the more the prices accelerated through the roof. Thus,
well, not just the borrowing. Let's try to spend it. Because if your spending is not out of control, you ain't got to borrow nothing. Do you have to borrow each month if your spending stay under control? If you stay within the parameters of the money that you earn each month, you have to borrow a damn dime, right? And that's the whole thing. The reason why we have to borrow something is because we're being mismanaged from the beginning. They're spending too much damn money. You get to spend it under control. We ain't got to worry about borrowing all this money.
Inflation. They don't want you to know that because they need you to be stupid. They need you to be uninformed and unaware. They don't need you to be informed and smart and independent.
Sure, let me be honest with you. Giving us some good information, but your lace front is killing me.
In your thinking. They need you to continually feed on and regurgitate the uh, whore Jezebel media. They need you to be dumb. They need you to stay on welfare. They need you to keep having 27 babies. They need you to be stupid.
Well, they succeeded in that because it's a lot of that.
They do not need or want you to go into what President Trump is calling the golden age. You see, he is dismantling the deep state. He is dismantling the administrative state by way of USAID and stopping all of that grift and all of that abuse and theft. These credentialed class nouveau riche welfare queens are Harvard and Stanford graduates, and those who did not have another plan. They planned to either work within the federal government for the rest of their pathetic existence and continue grifting off the American taxpayer, or to work for the NGOs, the many of them that have received trillions of our tax dollars to keep themselves nice and fat.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all something too. I have a take on this too. And I've been saying this to my brother the other day. Um, they don't want you to see the golden age. And you know why? Because they know once you see it, you know what you're missing and you know how things are supposed to be ran, and then you have a basis to reject them off of. But as long as you never seen it, you don't know it. See, guys from my era, 50 something years old, we seen real women. We seen good relationships. We saw what it takes and what you really just have to do, just have a decent relationship. Back then, okay, yeah, if you had some money, it helped. You know, if you had extra, but getting a good woman was not contingent on how much money you had. It was contingent on you as a person. Women had more vision and understood and valued relationships and valued men's presence more. See, now I'm gonna tell you what it is. This generation is so void of respect and appreciation for a man that it's just done with. It's nothing else you can do. I mean, they're just totally brainwashed. They don't even know what they miss at this point. See, me, I know the difference in a household because I grew up in a household with a mother and a father, brother, grandfather. My parents was married before I was born. I grew up in a traditional household. Okay. And I grew up around neighbors where I saw broken households, single mother with a bunch of kids in the house. I know the difference. I can tell you the difference. I know what better looks like. See, when you don't have anything to compare anything off of, it's harder for you to make a decision or understand what you're missing or where you're losing. But once you have something to contrast something against, you understand where you lose it. They don't want you to see that because once you take a peek at what life could really be, and what the government really and how the government really screwing you. Once that shade come off that third eye, and you start seeing what's going on. That's what they don't want. Think about it. When I was a kid coming through school, I'm talking about junior high school. We had printing class, we had carpentry class, we had shop class, we had plumbing class, we had industrial arts class. We had all these different things to prepare you for life. Now they don't have home ec. Back then, home ec back then, they were teaching the girls how to cook, how to sew, how to iron, how to take care of the household, how to be a good mother, how to be a decent mother, give them the foundation, the beginning of it. Now they don't have none of that stuff in school. They shut all that stuff down. They hired subpar teachers that don't teach nobody nothing, protecting them with unions so you can't fire them. Your kids in there suffering because the lady just sitting there. Look, I remember one time I went to my daughter's school and I peeked in there and the broad was sitting there doing nothing. The teacher was sitting there, she was just in her own little world, chilling, texting, doing, and the kids just doing what the hell they want to do. I got my daughter out of there as quick as I can get her out of there. But if you don't know, then you don't know. And if you don't have anything to compare it off of, that's just like a woman that slept with one man her whole life. And her girlfriend's telling her how good this guy, how good that guy is. She don't know. She ain't been with but one man. But when she started getting out here experimenting, getting there with these different men, then she understands what everybody, what this other woman are talking about. Y'all have nothing to compare nothing off of because y'all been mammies for the Democrat Party since the beginning, damn near. And y'all been these black women have been reliable allies for the Democrat Party to even go against their own children, their own men. You had mammies back in the day that would go to work and breastfeed the masses' children with her breast, milk out of her breast, and get home and don't even give her own child breast milk. That's why I say, man, if you want to build something, I hate to say this, boy, do I hate to say this, but man, don't look towards getting no black woman. Because if you do, you're going to lose everything. She's going to see to it. He might sit there the whole time with you while you build everything just to come in on the end and tear that shit down before she leaves you, bro. I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you. Don't. And then look, I'm going to tell you something. If you do get a black woman, get a conservative black woman. Get a black woman that has conservative values. If that woman say anything about feminism, strong, independent, LGBTQ, none of that stuff, get rid of her. Get rid of her. She's no good to you. You want a woman that stands on traditional values and family and understand and respect what a man's role is and what a woman's role is, and she understands how to operate within that within that whole situation. You got this woman out here talking about racism and all this other stuff, man. Get rid of her ass, man. She ain't no good to you.
While you have been poor and starving and trying to figure out how you're going to keep your house, keep your car, and basically survive. How you're going to feed your family. Yeah, well, they were giving you the little welfare crumbs, and that's what they want.
Oh, yeah. No welfare and no baby mamas. No women who had a bunch of babies or any babies. If she got babies and she wasn't married, if she's not a widow, then don't even think about it. And even if she is a widow, you'll be the only non-relative in the whole house with her and a bunch of kids. You're the only outsider. No matter how much you try, no matter how many bills you pay, no matter how much you do, you'll always be an outsider, bro.
Don't you understand? The Cloward and Piven strategy was alive and well when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were in their positions. You don't believe me? Why do you think they flooded us with illegal foreign nationals for 4 freaking years? We were seeing numbers 20,000 people a freaking 15, 20,000 a day, 500,000 a month. Bro, really? We didn't need that many people here. We still had not recovered from the pandemic.
And then they say that, oh, we need somebody here to pick the vegetables. And if you got a salad or avocado, you better thank an immigrant. Look, I've already read the statistic report. A majority of the people who came here don't even work in agriculture. They don't pick no crops, none of that stuff. They work in a whole different sector. They're eating your lunch. They're literally eating your lunch. And now they're eating your lunch. They're taking your jobs. They're making the rent go through the roof. They're making house prices go through the roof. You're not getting anything for this. This is your demise. The people just welcoming this stuff and thanking the politicians for ruining their neighborhoods, ruining. Do you realize what that's doing to the country to let all these people in here? And then they send them to your community. You don't see none of the people living up around Kamala house or Joe Biden's house or Obama's house. They put them right there with you. These people are directly competing for your jobs. They're here to eat your lunch. You got the nerve to go against Trump and say that we need to keep these people here. You got to be crazy.
And they dumped all those people in here and gave them all welfare in your face, in your neighborhood,
In your
where
face.
you do not qualify
In
for
the
a lot of the
face.
benefits that they
In the
want.
face.
They put them in your face. Here, you see them driving a Mercedes while
That's one thing I can't stand is somebody playing in my face. That infuriates me to know not one. Don't play in my face, please. You know, let's have some decorum here. Because that right there, that and she's right. The stories I've seen and the people that I've talked to, straight up. I know cashiers that work at Walmart, Safeway, Giant, Shoppers Food Warehouse, Little, Aldi, and all of them tell me the same thing. When you get that, when you use that food stamp card at the end, you get like a summary on the bottom to tell you how much cash you got, how much food you got. You would not believe the amounts of money that was on these people's cards each month. $35,000, $40,000. They're giving them seed money to start businesses. 50, 60, $100,000, your tax money to start a business in your community, but you can't get a dime. But y'all keep voting these damn Democrats in. I swear, boy, black people are dumb as fuck, man.
you're driving a broke down hoopty. That was purposeful. They meant to do that. But see, President Trump is dismantling them one freak out at a time. Actually,
matter of fact, I got a friend that works at the at BMW BMW of Rockville. And he said two of them illegals came in there and bought BMW straight cash money with a government check. Over 100,000 between both of them. And that's your tax money. They ride down the street flossing and you catching the bus and you driving buckets that you can't even keep together. And they taking your tax dollars, giving them, and you still vote Democrat. Man, black people dumb as a bag of rocks.
it's full court press.
Retarded if you
And
ask
it's
me.
just fantastic to watch. But what's happening is they're getting more and more violent because they're getting more and more desperate.
And more entitled.
They are trying so hard to keep you from seeing what you're seeing, all the money that they have been stealing from us. See, this ain't 2017 to 2021. This ain't Russia, impeachment. They can't do all that. They have really just blew all of their political capital and all of their ammunition over the last 4 years to try to put him in jail. Didn't happen. He's the president, and you're dumb. And you're terrified, and we love it. And he's got an axe to grind, and I fully support that because I've got an axe to grind of my own with you people. So what you're seeing is them and their laborious efforts to try to keep you with one pathetic narrative after the other. Oh, these tariffs, the tariffs, they're going to kill everybody. He's at war. He's trying to take over the entire world in Canada and Mexico. No, it's called something you wouldn't understand known as hemispheric strategy. You're too dumb. You don't get it.
See, these are the sisters I can deal with. You know, the hood rat I don't even call them sisters. The hood rat women who talking this LGBT and welfare and handouts and black supremacy, white supremacy. It's white supremacy. It's white supremacy. And we're gonna take everything from it. You talking like that? I can't be bothered with you. Straight up. Male or female. I can't be bothered with you. I can't have a dude around me talking stupid like that. You know, that let me know right there your level of intelligence when you start talking stupid like that. But this woman right here, she on point. I think I'm gonna make this my last one. And after that, we're gonna get up out of here. We're gonna be back again later on for another video.
Fine. They don't want you to see that you can live better. They don't want you to live better because then you don't need them and you're stuck in a welfare state. That is what they want. Them, big government. You, little pleb. Riches and wealth for me, but not for thee.
Hmm.
That's what they want.
And that's right.
They want you poor, broke,
Mm-hmm.
sick,
Mm-hmm.
psychotic, and
Mm-hmm.
stupid.
Mm.
They don't.
God damn, what state you live in, Charlotte? We need to hook up. 'Cause you talking real good. We have to do something about that lace front line right there, but I can excuse that, for a minute, just to we can still be friends, but that right there, you gotta do something about that because that's gonna creep me out eventually. I don't like wigs. Wigs are creepy to me for some reason. Ever since I was young, even before y'all start wearing wigs, Shawty, wigs is creepy to me. Unless you're an old woman, your hair thinning out and all this other stuff. But if you're a young chick and you got wigs and a bunch of makeup caked in your face, Shawty, you're a weirdo.
Need you free.
You and your best prime where you got the best skin, the best body, the best hair, the best everything, and you got a lace front on and a bunch of makeup.
We have been given inalienable rights by God. We don't need their welfare state. You don't want it. They don't want you to see the golden age. That's why they're fighting so hard.
Yeah.
That's why Doge team, Data Republican. That's why people have to have security. And these crazies are showing up being violent and destroying Teslas and showing up at the dealerships. What is wrong with you people? You're
Tripping.
absolutely psychotic. We never did this when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were installed. We never acted like this. They don't want you to be free and they don't want you to be prosperous because then you don't need them. And they might actually have to get up off their sorry ass and work. God forbid.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why it says talk that good shit. Well, that's my video for the day. We out of here. Thank you for stopping in. We appreciate you showing up. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And we'll be back again. We'll be back again for another one.